under law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Weather's about to get super cold. We got a storm front rolling in. So hopefully we'll turn on the elk action back out at the same spot we were at earlier this year. Gonna try to see if we can get some bugling happening. If not, then I'll just freeze in the weather. Still fun too.
This episode is a continuation of last week's video. Same location, still a lot of elk sign around, there's just one big difference. The weather. The forecast calls for a ton of early September snow, and this storm system starts off with a healthy dose of snow and sleet.
Well, the snow stopped, but the snow and hail stopped. Now we have a thunderstorm coming behind it. Some pretty high country and some trees, so we're trying to book out of here and get some open ground and stay low. If I can't find anything, I'm going to have to drop down low. Maybe come back and hunt this tomorrow. See how she goes.
Just like that, it seems as though the storm system has let up. Guess you can't trust the weather forecasters. Never mind. Looks like we're in for a fun few days on the mountain. I'm glad I packed my rain gear. The great thing about fresh snowfall is that it allows you to take the guesswork out when assessing if you are in good hunting territory or not. Because if the animals are there, they have to leave tracks. Even though it may sometimes feel like you are hunting ghosts, you're not. If you aren't finding tracks, keep moving until you do.
Starting to smell good now.
Even though these birds found what they were looking for, I did not. With lightning crashing down around me, and pair that with a little bit of common sense, I decided to drop back down in elevation. Even though he's screaming his head off, he decides to hang up at about 80 yards, and the nighttime darkness quickly closes in before I can get a shot. I decide to come back the next morning.
Day 2. In the morning, it snowed more last night. I'm gonna return to that spot where the bugle yesterday. Try to sneak in there about first light. See if we can find that bull again.
That bull left his tracks in the snow, so I know where he went. It's just a matter of closing to within range and enticing him enough to come out of his bed. I slowly circle the area in which I think he is bedding at in order to see if he's actually there or if he headed further up the mountain, but his tracks never popped out of the spruce thicket on the uphill side, so he's in there. I set up and try to call him out. But no luck. The only thing to show up was a hunter toting his crossbow and a tree stand.
I found the trail where that elk came through yesterday. I called him some other hunter, so he's down that way. I'm gonna cut him off as soon as I find the trail. Just gonna sit here until it gets dark. Hope for a repeat of last night. We'll see.
It's now a waiting game. I'm hoping that last night's bull is a creature of habit and that he will take the same trail down the mountain as he did the night before. I set up underneath the spruce tree, hoping that its thick foliage will help shield me from the falling precipitation raining down all around me. Rain again turns to snow. Hunting is an activity that is a stark contrast to the lifestyle that most teens live in the modern world. It's slow, quiet, Rewards are not guaranteed, and even though you do everything correctly, you will often be met with failure.
It's cold. Man. Still have like 3 hours to go. Bring it on. Visibility is about 50 yards. So, if I see it, I'll shoot.
In the modern world, we are too busy to sit back and wait, watch, and listen to the rhythm of the natural world around us. But while hunting, it's difficult not to appreciate the beauty of the natural world. But while hunting, it's difficult not to appreciate the beauty of the natural world. For me and most outdoorsmen, experiencing nature as a silent observer is something that we wouldn't trade for the latest and greatest shiny new gadget, as the things we see, hear, think, and feel while in the wilderness, well, they're priceless. These mule deer arrive out of nowhere. They grab a few bites to eat and then fade back into the safety of the forest from which they came. Once again, darkness begins to fall on my plans, and that bull, well, he never shows up before legal shooting hours end. And with a mountain of snow headed my way in the forecast, I once again concede to the power of the mountain. But I'll be back soon.
Started slow, like a tree grows out in the open. These things don't grow over nights long and get old in the morning.